Yeah, family. What it do? What it do? This is Jay Hadwin, brand ambassador of my brother spot. And yeah, seven, 6 or 7 generation American whites ideology. Let's talk about this. Hold on. Yo, fam, what it do? We gonna talk about white folks today. Yeah, just some of the things I learned from my white friends growing up, them saying certain things, still talk to them every once in a while. Um, they apologize, because this is like a decade ago. You get in touch with them, they like, hey, I was taught that black people were cursed. I was taught that we were always the blessed people in the world. Native Americans, black people from wherever everywhere that they're from, are cursed and we're better than them. And when they go through bad things, it's because they curse. So, and every one of those white folks, well, my white friends, and just YouTube in general, is always religious every time. They're taught this through religion every time. It's not just an ideology that just comes out of nowhere. It's always crusaders. So it's very interesting how religion has done a lot and has done a lot to us as a people, just people all over the world. Like literally, the Ku Klux Klan believe in Jesus Christ. The Ku Klux Klan literally like got taught this from knee high, like little kids. Mormons, I went to school with all ethnicity. And hey, how you doing, brother from Kenya? Yeah, I'm Jay Hadwin. How you doing? How you doing, Carl? All right. So yeah, I'm telling you, like when you talk, like I'm 52 years old, and when you talk to kids that you grew up, we grew up together, white kids, and they tell you here and there, you get older and they tell you more about their upbringing. They were trained to hate us. They were trained to think we were cursed. It doesn't matter. Anybody that's not white, they're trained, they actually really think they're the chosen people. So when you grow up feeling like this, you're like a female from LA, entitled. You feel entitled. It's the same thing. So when an Asian dude does really well and excels in school, college, all that, black people do from Africa, black people from America, and this is why they lose their minds. This is why they go on rampages. They shoot up everything and everybody. Is because they were taught that they are going to be the one without even effort. So it's scary at the same time to understand that they've been set up by their religious people, their people that has whispered in their ears and told them that America and the world is theirs. And when they find out the world they dominated the world through violence and not through like they're supreme and smart, it freaks them out. Imagine if you were white and you really believed that you're the chosen one. How would you feel when you get older? Everybody's performing a lot better than you. You're seeing the job cheap for you. Some whites, they don't care. They're just, hey, the system helps me. I'm good. You know how many white people have been trained by another race of person and then that person lose their job or get demoted? You know how many times that happened? Then the business goes through a stretch of not performing well because this person is not as good as the person that trained them. That's happening fucking today. You know what I'm saying? So no one's the chosen one. Nobody is. See, that's the whole thing. Everybody, Bible and Quran say they the chosen people. No one is. Because if you're the chosen people, wouldn't it be effortless to dominate in life? Come on. Why would your maker want you to struggle? Why? We haven't been taught to critical think. We've been taught by fear. Fear. We're afraid. You know how many people have been taught that if they don't believe in Jesus Christ and other things, you're going to burn in hell? Well, when I do this, I can feel the pain because I have nerves and they're connected to my brain and my spinal cord. So if I come out of my body and I'm a spirit, do I take my brain and my nerves with me? I mean, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I have to deal with it. I will have to deal with it, not you guys. I will have to deal with it. But if you look at a lot of near-death experiences, people aren't having this epiphany. There's some horrible people that have came back alive and they did not get what they were supposed to get, as they say. They were up in heaven, talking to ancestors, all that. And then the elder or even someone that looked like Jesus Christ said, hey, you got to go back down. And this fool then, not paid child support for his child. He was a bad father. It's just over and over again. You got to look at the actions. It's something else that happens when we die. I don't have all the answers. I don't think you have all the answers. We really don't know what happened in history. We really don't know. If we had a time machine, we would know. See, when man does this and writes, don't you know he could lie? He could lie like a motherfucker. So the only thing I would sort of believe in is if something was written in stone. They say they have it. Most people near death experiences end up at a bad place. All right, keep watching, YouTube and what they say. I met one person that had a near-death experience, but he didn't really want to talk about it. So I don't know. But these are people that are talking about their experience. It's all over YouTube. And, Mr. Mark Jameson, all of their stories is damn near the same. They levitate out their body. They hear everything what the nurse and the doctor is saying. Thanks for passing the energy. You're welcome. So they go out their body and they're looking at their body. And then there's a light. And then that light shifts and puts them up in another whole realm. That's amazing. Now it's a few people that be like, oh yeah, I went down to hell, and I smelled it and all that. And I don't know if I believe that. How you smell when you don't have no nerves? But I'm down there. I'm seeing Whitney Houston crying. I'm seeing, they're saying stuff like this. I'm seeing Michael Jackson down there. Some people be lying. But these are people that I've seen near I experienced near-death experiences on YouTube. People in Japan, that's Japanese, people in America, people in Europe, all over. Why they have the same story? Why they have the same story? And then they come back down and their views change big time. The ruthless, mean person, well, it was a white dude. He was just a mean dude. And he was saying all the bad stuff that he's done. Come down and just is like, look, I don't want to come back to Earth. So I need to be good. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they came from, none of them wanted to come back. A lot of them had kids. A lot of them had loved ones. Y'all should look at NDEs. I mean, near-death experiences. Look at them, watch them. These people don't know each other and they're saying the same fucking thing. The Bible says revise. So if you told me something, brother Mark Jamerson, if you told me something, I will not say it exactly the way you say it. That goes for books and everything. So they revise it. They control people with fear. Man controls people with fear. The upper echelon people, they brainwash us really well. They brainwash us to fight each other. And they get all the resources. This is what we're going through now. I mean, hey, Theodore Roosevelt, you know, the president, he jacked up the corporations. That's why Americans was living so well. Now the corporations are back. Thank you, Reagan. So if you do your history and the history that we could see, not just read, I don't believe in books too much because motherfuckers be lying. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it. I like to see. That's how we get our knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get our knowledge. You can't just read and get knowledge. Travel. Why do you think Americans are a little bit more, as people say, more ignorant? We don't travel as much as other people. So when you travel, that's the real education. You know why? Because you're looking at people. How do you think people that are raised in good families normally turn out well? Because when you're a child, you're looking at your parents. That's your fucking book. These, not this. It's good to have a good vocabulary. But don't you notice most people that have good vocabularies be lying to people? I mean, every Sunday, a pastor is getting, donations and money, and majority of them are doing for themselves. It's always exceptions to the rule, but majority of them doing for themselves. They're not really helping the community, and they're not there to help the community like that. Who has had the most wars in the world? Religions. In the name of God, I was on a ship and we were fighting during the Clinton administration. I'm a veteran. Look, it sounds beautiful what they say. I would love to be in that dream world. And it's hard to look at stuff as reality because life isn't as fun. Why would people lie about where are you from? People lie every day. So I guess you're the type that's like, you don't believe the CIA put crack in black communities. I bet you don't even understand that. And then you'll say, no, they not, but I was there. I was there in 83 in LA. You know what I'm saying? They had informants all over, man. Motherfuckers like bragging. Oh, cuz, look at this crack, cuz. Yeah, man, this dude from the government, they said this make you a millionaire. They didn't tell them that it's going to kill the people and make their mothers into strawberries and break up the black community. They planted that shit. They tested it. That was the creator of single parent homes. I bet you don't believe that neither, huh? So let me read what you said again. Why would people lie about this? The people at power, that's all they do is lie. They always try to figure out how they can control us and get a great penny out of us instead of us just using common sense, critical thinking. School doesn't build critical thinking, it builds memorization. I hated school. You know what I'm saying? So that's why all my life, I've always knew how to critical think. My critical thinking is impeccable. Oh, I know they did. I'm a veteran as well. Dope, man, for sure. What branch was you in? What branch was you in, Mr. Jameson? Oh, let me see. What did it say? Most people near death experience end up in a bad. Oh, he probably got off. I didn't say what he wanted to hear. Oh, you were in the army, man. Hopefully you got out okay, man. I hope you didn't get injured or nothing, because we do put our bodies on the line. Like, yeah, during a couple fire drills on the Navy, on the ship, yeah, a couple cats fell. I fell before. I hurt my back, all that. So it's yeah, we definitely put in, and we put our bodies on the line. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy serving this country. And, they don't give us much. But, you know, it is what it is. Life isn't fair, brother. Life isn't fair. But like I was saying, the ideology of people, just in general, one thing I could say religion does do really well, it makes people behave. But not in America. We be killing and all that. But in other countries, and especially in Asia, it's very peaceful. And I'm really attracted to that the older I get, man. Like, really attracted to that. One thing I wish America could be, it could be more peaceful. Our infrastructure's newer, but our mindsets is horrific. You know what I'm saying? And I mean horrific. It blacks, whites, it's very violent in America, period. Go to other countries and you'll see, man, like women could walk at night in other countries, man. Even in Africa. Okay, they'll steal your phone or something like that, but they're not going to rape you, they're not going to shoot you. It's now America could lie and say, hey, watch out for these people. But primarily when you're outside of the Americas, North America, even Canada, they have their violence. North America, Central America, South America, real violent, really violent. But the other part of the planet is not as violent as us unless they're fighting wars. It's not as violent. The people are more peaceful. Sure. Oh, okay. Oh, what a Labor Day weekend. I hope y'all had a nice Labor Day weekend. Uh, Pretty soon I think we got a month from now. It's gonna cool off, and I know I'm happy with that. South America is a nice place. I spent a lot of time there. Me too, man. In Colombia, I didn't go. I was in Cartagena. I didn't get to go to Medellin. Medellin at that time was very violent. It was notoriously. That was in the 2002, 2003. Very violent. Violent. Brazil, they have their violent issues also. I don't know where in South America you was at, but they have good areas, and I think Ecuador is pretty nice from what I hear. Do you have some other places in South America that is pretty peaceful? Yeah, let me know, man. I know that South America has some beautiful ciudades, cities, you know. Bolivia. Bolivia. How's the food, brother? Wow, because I had some Bolivian food before, but I don't even want to go there. Who mother used to cook me Bolivian dishes like meat and potatoes. Boy, she could cook. She used to always say how beautiful Bolivia was too. But yeah. So yeah, how was the food there, Mr. Jameson? Oh man. Oh, it's good, huh? Yeah, man. I bet you they didn't have no pesticides, huh? Here in America, man, every time you eat some, you get tired, man. Why don't we stand up and put our money together, just all Americans, and call it like good forms? La Paz. I heard of La Paz, bro. Yeah, but why don't we put our money together and get land where people aren't spraying food? BG, spraying food, making weird stuff, chemicals for us to eat so we could get treated by, hospitals or, lower the population. Man, that dude's sick. We need to get with him and whoever acts like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's the thing. We're too busy fighting each other than making it better. I gotta give Europe props because the ingredients, from what I hear, in their supermarkets and all that, they don't have all those chemicals in their products because they fought. They went to the streets and start rioting and everything decades ago, but we just let it happen. We don't. I know Americans are a little different. We're fighting the wrong battles. Like white people are so, especially white males, they're so interested in what black men are doing or Latino men are doing, when the wealthy people are doing it to them too. They don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't reinforce what we have. We have a great thing in America, but we're not even paying attention to Blackstone. They're buying all the properties up. And they're the ones causing the prices of the houses and all that going up. Google them. You know what I'm saying? See all the properties they have. They own commercial properties like buildings, they own hotels, everything, and they skyrocketed and they forcing people to buy it because the inflation going up. So a lot of mom and pops, they just liquidated. All right, let me just get out of here because they're changing the laws too because they are putting money into that. If we will pump our money into stuff like that, we wouldn't have these issues because politicians aren't meant to be trusted. They're meant to be invested in so they can help American people defend themselves. So we're putting our money into some. See, when you have money just in the whole wide world, you could defend yourself. If you don't have money, you can't defend yourself. That's why money is an extremely important tool to have and know how to make it. You know what I'm saying? Legally. When you learn how to make money legally, you could defend yourself. When you're poor, you can't defend yourself. The less money you got, you can't make shit happen. Money is a tool. It's not meant to be loved, but it's a utility. And these corporations are using the utility, to help them control us. And we're not even paying attention. That's why I rock with my brother's spot. Yeah, I have a good amount of money in silver. Yeah, I'm not looking at it until I turn like 70. I have money in some stocks. Um, and I appreciate it, Mr. Jameson. In certain stocks that deals with, unfortunately, AI and some other entities because people not paying attention. So I mean, when I hit 70, I want to make money quarterly. You know what I'm saying? I want to make money quarterly because I invested a long time ago and I just sit on it. I'm not trying to trade. I'm not trying to flip. I'm going to invest and sit on that mug. Crypto, XRP, all that, man. XRP, not Ethereum no more, man. Stuff then pass Ethereum up and then just put in Bitcoin and just let it sit. You know what I'm saying? So, wow, my homegirl just hit me up. She got an Airbnb in Decor. I think it's in, what they call that place, Sudanese. So yeah, I gotta talk to her about that. But anyway, so that's good. You have, yeah, Dakar, Senegal. Are you watching the live, Yolanda? Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wow. Y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, crypto's going up, but a good one. It's gonna go down. Yes. Oh, you smart man. XLM. Yes. Yes, yes. I got some, digital coins on that too. And I'm gonna sit on it for like 10, 15 years, brother. I'm not touching that. When it go down, it's gonna go down. But once it goes up, it's gonna go up. And then you just store your money in the Bitcoin. If I ever get a good amount of money, I mean, Bitcoin isn't fast, but it's definitely not going to not exist. At first, I was thinking it wasn't going to exist, but yeah, it's definitely going to exist for a long time or for a long time. So that's smart, Mr. Jameson. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I appreciate you sharing that because really, what if I didn't know? I appreciate that. I appreciate that because a lot of people are selfish and they wouldn't even share it, especially with a brother. Where do you live, Mr. Jameson? Where are you from, man? Oh, I like this song. Oh, yeah. Virginia, man. Virginia's beautiful, man. Oh, okay. Virginia, man. Boy, I wish I had a whole bunch of money because I swear I have properties in a few places, especially outside the country. Hey, Yolanda, how you doing? How you doing? I was just talking about you. How you doing? I saw your text messages. Grew up in PG County, Maryland. I don't know where that is, but I know where Maryland is. I don't know where PG County. How you doing, Yolanda? That's good. Yeah, I'm just, just doing a live, just talking junk. You know me, I never bit my tongue. It was so nice to see you at House in the Park yesterday. I had a great time. You're laughing. Since I was this high, hey, I do not, hey, I'm fearless. I give a what. You know what I'm saying? You know me. Yeah. But we had a ball yesterday. It's a small world. How my boy Brian, homegirl, and we all went to Southern. That's crazy. It's a small world, Yolanda. Real small world. And I had fun when you and Becky came, but it was some uncomfortable times. The house wasn't fixed up as much. It was mildewed up, so you had to do a lot of work. But man, it was nice seeing y'all. It was real nice. It just brought back my childhood. We had some special times with each other back in the days. Very special. That was a special school. That's where I got most of my diversity education from. And if you ever look at this video, you'll hear me talking about it at the beginning. Yeah, through Gardena Valley Christian School. And then I went right back to my Crip neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stevenson Village was crazy. So that's the beauty of us being in LA. It's so diverse. Yeah, it was good to see you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, GVCS, homegirl. I mean, that was a experience. I still to this day be telling Carlisle, I tell Jason, should be a movie. Someone should make a movie of that because you talk about diversity. We had Koreans, Japanese, Jamaicans, so-called African Americans there. Lars Hoskin was Norwegian. Just even more Ranjit. He was East Indian from, yeah. Like, should make a movie. Like, people will really be tripping how diverse that school was. Like, tripping. Yeah, we're all still friends. Exactly. That's why I know so many secrets. Because I'd be straight up and ask them, like, what are you guys doing to keep your stores in Gardena open? Like the Darren Aruse or Chad Takadomo. They were self-funding. They weren't going to the bank. They were self-funding. And those stores, and on top of that, they were helping each other. It was a trip. What did Chad say a long time ago? Like, they didn't believe in buying houses at first. They bought in Gardena, the multi-family houses, and they'll live in it. And then they had, old grandparent that live in it. Yeah, Lars Hoskin. Yeah, Lars was Norwegian. Trip off this, Yolanda. Did you know Lars Hoskin was my best friend at first? Before I met Carlisle and Jason. Like, Jason was my friend, but Lars was my best friend. Lars used to spend the night over my house. And he used to trip off because I had the courtyard, right? And then we had the gate, the fence to keep all the burglars. Because, man, around 83, man, cats started breaking into the cars. It was just, the hood was going down because of the crack. And Lars would look out and be like, damn, man, all these people playing loud music. They was thumping LL Cool J and shit. Shit was hilarious. Let me see. Oh, you had a crush on Lars, really? You know what? Lars' mother and my mother was like this. And then my mother got like this with Jason mom. Him and Marie was like this. They loved each other. So that changed the dynamics. And then you remember Lars left. So yeah. And Carlisle, guess who his first best friend was? Sean Shabata. That was his best friend. Now tell me something. Like, Gardena Valley Christian School seriously needs it needs to be documented. No, I had a crush on Lars. Oh, man. Yeah, Sean Shabata. You remember Sean Shabata? You don't remember Sean Shabata? He was he was like, I think he was mixed with Japanese and white. We had a lot of mixed kids too. Michael Aguilar, a lot of mixed kids, man. Boy, in LA, boy, be some mixing going on. Oh, okay, you remember him. Yeah, Yolanda. Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up. Like, before I really got my hardships and all that from just LA, period. Yeah, Gardena Valley Christian School, I had the best time of my life there. We were big time protected. We had a barrier all around the school where no one could get in. You know what I'm saying? Boys, let me see. What was that crazy boy name that used to get it? Oh, I think I know who you talking about. Tim Escuderian? Brian. Nah, I think you're talking about Tim Escuderian. You see, oh, wait. Michael Ballman? Michael Bauman used to always get in trouble. He lived in Carson too. He was a white boy. He lived in that blood community by Victoria Park. Oh, Brian was Asian? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember no Asian cat getting in trouble always. Yeah, Tim was crazy. Tim Escudero was. Oh man, yeah, he was crazy. He was a wild kid, but Iski Cam, that was his father's business. He's running it now in Gardena. Let me see, Brian. He used to always get. He used to always get swats. Man, I got my ass whooped a couple times with them fiberglass paddles. God, that shit used to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Brian used to always wait. Brian. Jason used to always get swats. It was really Jason and Brian. I can't remember, but it was a few of us. We used to always get. Well, I didn't get as many swats. I should have. I was slick, but Jason used to get his ass whooped. He came to school one day wearing 10 pairs of. I think I remember who you talking about. I swear you put a picture in my face. I'll be like, I know that motherfucker. Brian. Oh my goodness. I don't know. But I remember hearing that story, putting, 10 pair. I remember hearing that, but I actually thought Jason did that. Jason was wild. Jason's doing well though. He's about to have a basketball academy. Yeah, he's about to have a basketball academy. I wish him the best. Teacher in third grade hated. Oh, you talking about Miss Isanaga? Boy, that was an evil woman. That Japanese woman was. I'm trying to remember Brian. Is it? Yeah, I'm proud of Jason. I know. He really doing it, man. Like, he has his basketball school, but he's about to make those academies where basketball players just go to that school, and then they, work on your basketball skills, but you still have a curriculum where you learn math science, history, mathematics, Yes. Miss Isanaga, yeah. Woo, that was a mean old, just old, big old Japanese. She wasn't a small Japanese. She was kind of tall for a Japanese. Yeah, she used to like swatting. She used to like getting in your butt, like, pop, pop. She liked that, man. And remember we used to hear it out because they'll take the kid outside and go, whack, and we'll just hear it. I ain't gonna lie, I used to laugh, but yeah, that's amazing. Go Jason, yes. Yeah, she loved taking it out. She was mean. She used to wear them dark old sunglasses. Like, man, this is an evil ass woman. I stayed away from her. I was in Miss Manley class. You know what I'm saying? Miss Manley was one of those flower girls. You know what I'm saying? So if you nice to her, she gonna be nice to you. But Miss Isanaga, boy, I don't think she liked Jason either, because Jason was in her class. Let me see. My favorite teacher, check this out. My favorite teacher, Mr. Yurkovich. I love that man. My favorite teacher of all time. I like Mr. Freeze. He was cool too, but Mr. Yurkovich was just, he really believed in me. Oh, you have Miss Isanaga. Shit. Damn. Damn, Yolanda, you have Miss Isanaga. No. See, I had Miss Butzel. Now Miss Butzel Miss Butzel had me so shook. I had dreams of her like coming out of hell in my closet and shit. She used to fuck me up. Yeah, Mr. Yurkovich. Yeah, I loved him, man. I love that dude. Yeah, I remember he started crying when we left. When we graduated, he was crying. He's like, I'm a miss JCU. Yeah, it was hilarious. He was a good guy, man. We had some good people at Gardena Valley Christian School. Um, I tell you one thing. Yeah, great memories. I do go on ChatGPT and tell the whole story. So I'm really trying to put something together, not make money off it, just show people out in America and just the world how awesome the diversity was at that school. And it literally, even the kids that made bad grades today are excelling. Even me, I was a D student. I'm excelling. You're excelling because that was so educational with this. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how other ethnicities move, going in their houses, spending the night in other parts of town. All of us was spending the night in each other house, eating other people's food. It was like we were in another country. And in hindsight, I look at it like that. That's why I could talk to all ethnicities just like you. Yeah, we should all put our minds together for real, Yolanda, and just, yeah, we should just make that. I know Tangi would love to. Tangi, man, y'all like my sisters. I love y'all, man. I miss y'all. Yeah, I went through a lot in those years. Yeah, so I blocked a lot of my mind from that time. Oh man, yeah, the girls, right. I for sure. Yolanda, I could have had it that way too, but I used to just beat motherfuckers up. Seriously, that's where I got my swats. If someone said something smart, I'll bust them in their lip or, black their eye out. All right, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that's why I can talk to everyone. Yeah, man. Like, we're not afraid of other ethnicity of people. We know their food. We can have a conversation about their culture and understand their culture. We know people houses where, you got to take off your shoes. You know what I'm saying? You don't walk in their house with your shoes on. That's not the way they do it. So what type of foods to bring to their house if, a person don't like the girls are mean too. Yeah. Leslie Winston said that too, but Leslie said that she didn't give a fuck. But yeah, the girls are pretty rough. Y'all was rough on each other, man. Yeah, Yolanda. I remember you told me that when you came over here, man. I was surprised because, I wasn't really paying attention to everybody else, especially the females. I didn't want to get in it with no females. Like my pop said, if I disrespect a female, he'll literally body slam me. So I didn't. I was always respectful. I tried to be respectful as hell to y'all. Now I would, play with y'all a little bit, but yeah, not to get in trouble, man. My pops heard that. He was big on respecting women. Yeah. Damn. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Yolanda. Yeah. So when you going back to Africa, homegirl? When you go, please hit me up with some pictures. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at when we were at the house in the park. Yeah. Oh, I never could get into that catty behavior. Yeah. A lot of catty behavior. Oh, you going in December? No shit. Oh shit. Yo, hey, do me a favor. Try to remember to take picture of the food. I just want to see how it looked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could go on Google, but I want to see a real time like, yo, this is what I'm eating. Cause the food was good there too, right, Yolanda? Huh, my dad just hit me up, Yolanda. He just said you look the same. I showed my dad those pictures. Yeah, I showed my dad those pictures that you gave me, Yolanda. Ain't that crazy? He and he said, "Oh, Yolanda looks the same." He just hit me up. He just texted me. He don't even know I'm on YouTube Live. Yeah. So yeah, I told him that I saw you yesterday, and he was asking, "Hey, ask her how's Brad doing and how's the family?" And he said hello to you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how all our parents remember damn near all the kids. I mean, Gardena Valley was really close knit, man. You know, really close knit, and that was the experience. And I knew I was in a good spot because I used to take the bus sometime back to the crib. And I remember I stopped taking the bus. I got jumped, man. I got jumped on Avalon and Dominguez. Cats, man. All I gotta say, I grew up hating gangbangers. I really don't like gangbangers. I spaz out on them, especially if they try to set trip on me. So yeah, man. Like that song. Ambiance. Nia Sultana. Bomb. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'm about to get off of here, Yolanda. Yolanda, we gonna talk. We gonna talk. I got some editing to do tonight, and I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Subscribing to the YouTube channel. I think you did, Yolanda. What about me? Miles Freeman. Man, some weird people. Anyway, yo, Yolanda, let's try to talk sometime this week, okay? Let's try to talk sometime this week and where we could build on because I want to tell you about my brother's spot also and how it can help your Airbnb thing going on. It could really help. You remember I told you that I get you in touch with Willie. So we need to set up a time so we could talk. It doesn't mean you have to invest in it. It's just I want him to tell you and let you know what we could offer you. So down the line, if everything doesn't work out, you could just get with us. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right, homegirl. I'm Jay Hadwin. I'm the brand ambassador of my brother's spot. It was nice talking to you guys. Peace out.